Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Justin Tucker has this all teed up, and we're underway from Philadelphia. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Great.
On the play fake, it's Hurts. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So it's 2nd down coming up.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
They'll run now on 2nd down. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Set.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And the Ravens will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
They go play action on 1st. Connects on the crosser. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to throw. The lateral goes haywire. Live ball. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. This one intended for the running back. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. And if I get that first cut, I can make him bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, though.
He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Ravens call in on Justin Tucker for the field goal. It'll be 51 yards from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they're on the board.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
No touch, touch. No touch.
On the carry, here's Dameon Pierce. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
No touch.
Hurts now from the gun. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
No touch, touch. Tiger Hornet. No touch.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he takes this out after crossing the 45. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
73. 73. No touch.
2nd and 8. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
Great, set. No touch.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Ravens swooping in, and they bring him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Eagles are in punt formation. And we'll see what kind of first impression he makes tonight. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And finally, they're able to corral him, but not before he gets a hefty amount on that return. Good blocking on the return. He gets 23 out of it. And the Ravens will go on offense. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Here we go.
Okay, and the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They're throwing it. Man there, it's Malik Neighbors. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
The handoff on 3rd and short. 1st down and more past the 40. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Throwing from the gun here. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Has a hole left, room to run. Hits the 20. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick six. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Let's go.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. From the 39. Trying for the deep ball. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Okay, ready?
Still inches to go on 3rd down.
Let's go now.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks. Instead, well, the defense is energized with that stop.
Secures this at the 17. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Great, set. No touch.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
On 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd. We've arrived at the end of 1 on 3rd. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Eagles have the football. They've got 3rd and 2 to start out.
No touch.
Pierce up the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know. And you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to get past the 40 before he goes out. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's a Philadelphia first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Here's a give up the middle. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Dumped off to his running back. He's still going at the 30. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down. A give now from the gun. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
On first down, they'll run. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Man in motion, out of the slot. Another carry for him. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Back to throw, Hurts. And the defender comes away with it.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, well, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Handoff now from the gun. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
From the 26 on 2nd down. Completed to Flowers. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and throw it here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. He's dropping back to throw. Buys time, rolling run. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money and a lot of glamour in this league, but today, well, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taken a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, He's got to start protecting himself.
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Eagles will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Hey, 73, 73. No touch.
On first down, Hurts. On the move, headed right. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal.
Good. No touch.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. This throw is caught. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. So now, here's 3rd and goal.
Round left, Yeti. No touch. No touch.
Throwing here, Hurts. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction. So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. This is going to be a 31-yarder from the right hash. The kick by Hopkins is good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. Oh, he eats a hit to bring an end to that return right near the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Left side, backs there, caught. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Here's 2nd and 5. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
From the gun on 3rd down. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up. Ravens call in on Justin Tucker for the field goal. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Great, set. Hey! No touch.
A play fake now hurts to throw. Taken in by Smith. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Hurts trying again on 2nd down. Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 28. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
No touch. No touch.
Hurts throwing again. Setting up the running back screen. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Minkah Fitzpatrick in on the stop. Timeout called by the offense, and with another timeout available, they could actually get another 2 plays if they work quick. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. He hit his first one. His second one's coming from inside of 40. The kick by Hopkins is good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Returnable from the 2. He stopped on the return at the 27. Here comes the final play of our first half. A final throw before the break. He puts some juice on a deep throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. That's their rookie from Notre Dame. And the Eagles do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Hayward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Well, hang on there. Hang on a moment. Looks like we've got an injured player on the kick return. They're going to check on him now. They've got first down from the 31.
Let's go.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Now looking to throw. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They'll run for this. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens managed to tie this game. It's 13-all. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Great, set.
Man in motion here. They'll run here on 1st down. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Great, set.
Back to the well again. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st down throwing for Hurts. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Ravens are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Wow, this has been a great game so far, Brock. A hard-fought first half, but they're really offering an edge to their opponent here by throwing a pick on their opening drive.
And now we'll get to see if they can capitalize that and pull ahead. They've already got the ball once this half. You know that they're loose, and now they get it back just one snap later.
Plowing up the middle, and he's brought down for a loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. He's going to throw this one. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll go down here at the 16. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Bails out of the pocket quick. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, Can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
No touch.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Hey. No touch.
On the play fake, it's Hurts. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No touch.
Second down, Hurts throwing again. He lays out over the middle to bring that one in. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
No touch.
First and 10, here's Hurts. Catches made down the right sideline. And he's out of bounds just inside the red zone. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
No touch.
They've got a man in motion.
No touch.
Blown back, gets the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you could come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Motion man right is Smith. On third down, it's Hurts. He has the first over the middle. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it first and goal. Working inside the red zone. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles can tie it up after hitting Paydirt in the third. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles bring it back to even. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped.
We've got ourselves a heck of a tie ball game, but maybe not for long after that return. Got one side clearly responding well to this pressure. The question is, some of those kicking team guys now running to play defense, how do they respond after giving up that big return late?
Setting up the screen. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. All right, here we go. Second down. Dropping back to throw. Hits him on the in route. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Running it now out of the gun. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Throw secured by George Pickett. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Looking to the air here. Toward the sideline, and he's got Pickens. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he stopped just a little short of the goal line. He's down to the 2. He gets him 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd and goal.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. And he finds him in the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 4th quarter lead. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
No touchdown. No touchdown.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Hurts now from the gun. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Great. Set. No touch.
Now Hurts. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They've got first down from the 31.
Let's go. Go.
Throwing from the gun here. Taken in by Likely. And this one doesn't go far.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Trap 60.
Here's 2nd and 7. Into the hands of Likely. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Setting up a throw. Completed to Flowers. And he'll get it up to the 44. They get 6 and a first down as well.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Handoff now to the receiver. And the reverse call pays off. Some decent yardage before he's brought down.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yep, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
New set of downs for him from the 46. First down, and they go right back to it. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug of war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
From the 42. Finds the in route complete. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Back to throw now. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for George Pickens that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Tucker's kick is up and good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Great, set.
Hurts. He's going deep. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Minkah Fitzpatrick has got it. And the Ravens are going to take over after the interception.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
Ready.
Back-to-back carries here. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Ravens nearing their 2nd win of the campaign.
Ready up.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Come on, set.
They give it to him again. And it's a rare defensive win on the ground. He's caught at the line. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6.
Let's go. Hawk 70.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's stopped down at the 16 after a small gain. 1 yard on the play, and now they've got 4th down and 6. Ravens call in on Justin Tucker for the field goal. This will be around a 33-yarder for him. Bullock's kick is good. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game. It really leaves only one remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
Fielded at the 7. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
No touch, set. No touch.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Minkah Fitzpatrick has got it. And the Ravens take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a 3rd time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in one game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those special games where absolutely everything is clicking. These defenders, it's like they're seeing the entire field in perfect 20/20 vision. They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down. So the Ravens will fly home with the win.
Well, partner, we spoke earlier about how much of a factor this home crowd was going to be. But even with the added boost from the friendly confines, couldn't will them to the victory.
Yeah, sometimes it just isn't your game. You're never going to win them all, even at home. But what's important now is learning from this defeat, hitting the film room, hitting the weights, making sure this doesn't happen again. Don't let this loss beat you twice.
This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.